The universe only makes sense when we have someone to share our feelings with. Nothing in the world is ever completely wrong. Even a stopped clock is right twice a day. Intuition is really a sudden immersion of the soul into the universal current of life. When you find your path, you must not be afraid. You need to have sufficient courage to make mistakes. You have to take risks. We will only understand the miracle of life fully when we allow the unexpected to happen. A warrior of light knows that in the silence of his heart he will hear an order that will guide him. Anyone who has lost something they thought was theirs forever finally comes to realize that nothing really belongs to them. Sometimes, you have to fight through your worst days in order to earn the best days of your life. If you start by promising what you don't even have yet, you'll lose your desire to work towards getting it. The wise are wise only because they love. The fools are fools only because they think they can understand love. You must understand that love never keeps a man from pursuing his personal legend. If he abandons that pursuit, it's because it wasn't true love. You are not defeated when you lose. You are defeated when you quit. A flower is only a flower. It is a mistake to try and read any more into it. Don't explain. Your friends do not need it, and your enemies will not believe you. People never learn anything by being told, they have to find out for themselves. Everything we see is constantly changing, transforming itself, because the world is alive. You can become blind by seeing each day as a similar one. Each day is a different one, each day brings a miracle of its own. What is success? It is being able to go to bed each night with your soul at peace. In love lies the seed of our growth. The more we love, the closer we are to the spiritual experience. Everything is allowed, except interrupting a manifestation of love. The more violent the storm, the quicker it passes. The path to wisdom is not being afraid to make mistakes. A warrior of light is never predictable. He might dance down the street on his way to work, or choose to remain silent in a crowd. Only two things can reveal life's great secrets: suffering and love. Life moves very fast. It rushes us from heaven to hell in a matter of seconds. Don't let yourself be controlled by three things: people, money, or past experiences. No one can lie, no one can hide anything when he looks directly into someone's eyes. The strongest love is the love that can demonstrate its fragility. No one loses anyone, because no one owns anyone. That is the true experience of freedom, having the most important thing in the world without owning it. No one places her dreams in the hands of those who might destroy them. The act of love is the most sacred thing that a person can experience. Anyone who loves in the expectation of being loved in return is wasting their time. In order to achieve your dreams, you must be willing to sacrifice many things. If you think adventure is dangerous, try routine. It is lethal. What is important in life is not to simply live, but to live in the right way. Tears are words that need to be written. God always offers us a second chance in life. The simple things are also the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them. The fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. When we least expect it, life sets us a challenge to test our courage and willingness to change. If you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. It's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. We can never judge the lives of others because each person knows only their own pain and renunciation. You are what you believe yourself to be. Life sometimes separates people so that they can realize how much they mean to each other. The simple things are also the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them. One is loved because one is loved. No reason is needed for loving. If you start by promising what you don't even have yet, you'll lose your desire to work towards getting it. Every blessing ignored becomes a curse. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. Life has a way of testing a person's will, either by having nothing happen at all or by having everything happen at once. When we love, we always strive to become better than we are. If you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. Love is a trap. When it appears, we see only its light, not its shadows. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. You have two choices: to control your mind or to let your mind control you. Happiness is something that multiplies when it is divided. Forgive but do not forget, or you will be hurt again. Forgetting loses the lesson. We must never stop dreaming. Dreams provide nourishment for the soul. The simple things are also the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them. The secret of life, though, is to fall 7 times and to get up 8 times. The more in harmony you are with the flow of your own existence, the more magical life becomes. One is loved because one is loved. No reason is needed for loving. To realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation. Everything that happens once can never happen again. But everything that happens twice will surely happen a 3rd time. The act of discovering who we are will force us to accept that we can go further than we think. People are capable, at any time in their lives, of doing what they dream of. When you repeat a mistake, it is not a mistake anymore, it is a decision. Be brave. Take risks. Nothing can substitute experience. The more you understand yourself, the more you will understand the world. Tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. We can never judge the lives of others because each person knows only their own pain and renunciation. You are what you believe yourself to be. Sometimes you have to travel a long way to find what is near. The way we choose to see the world creates the world we see. One day you will wake up and there won't be any more time to do the things you've always wanted. Do it now. Everything tells me that I am about to make a wrong decision, but making mistakes is just part of life. You drown not by falling into a river, but by staying submerged in it. It's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. When each day is the same as the next, it's because people fail to recognize the good things that happen in their lives. A warrior accepts defeat. He does not treat it as a matter of indifference or accept it with a smile. The world is changed by your example, not by your opinion. Life was always a matter of waiting for the right moment to act. The 2 hardest tests on the spiritual road are the patience to wait for the right moment and the courage not to be disappointed. You will never be able to escape from your heart. So it's better to listen to what it has to say. Dreams are not negotiable. If you want to be successful, you must respect one rule: never lie to yourself. When you can't go back, you have to worry only about the best way of moving forward. To conquer oneself is a greater task than conquering others. Don't allow your mind to tell your heart what to do. The mind gives up easily. The ship is safest when it is in port, but that's not what ships were built for. A life without a cause is a life without effect. Waiting is painful. Forgetting is painful. But not knowing which to do is the worst kind of suffering. What hurts us is what heals us.